In our previous example, we showed how Data3Sixty can help guide governance teams to the data that matters by taking a top-down approach from a target business objective. In this example, we'll focus on data value by showing how Data3Sixty can also take us from the bottom up to identify valuable data in the context of a business process. Let's say we have an ongoing initiative to streamline the account creation process for our new customers. As a governance team, we want to make sure that we're prioritizing our efforts by protecting the information assets that give us the intrinsic competitive advantage over our peers who might also be focusing on customer-first initiatives. I'm going to begin by finding the data assets that are related to my business process. So when I go through the catalog, I'm going to find the customer account creation process here. And I can see metadata about the process as it's been discovered from Data3Sixty Analyze. And when I come to the bottom of this particular view, I can see the business assets that are used across the process. When I click on any one of these business assets, I can get additional metadata within the context of its usage and its role within the process. As an example, I can see the lineage of this particular data asset, its origination, its provenance, and its source to target flow as far as how it supports the process. And I can also see the ownership matrix and who is responsible and accountable for the data within the context of this process. In addition to this information, I can get additional details about the related business objectives, goals, and metrics that this data asset applies to, just like in our first example. Underneath here, I can get additional information about the data value. Here we're looking at the Gartner Infonomics data value model, but Data3Sixty supports both external data valuation frameworks and internal data valuation frameworks, such as the DATUM data value methodology. The valuation algorithms used to calculate the data value scores can be accessed through the data value dashboard. Here we're looking at the intrinsic value execution results for our data assets used in our account creation process. These scores are generated as Data3Sixty captures and interrogates transactional data and provides real-time scoring for dimensions such as validity and completeness. Data3Sixty also has the ability to package, create, and execute rules to extend the model. For example, we can measure accuracy or timeliness relative to our business process if we wanted to get a different lens on the value. Over here to the right, we see our intrinsic value scores generated by the algorithm. At the bottom of the screen, we can add additional valuation frameworks to calculate the data. Over to the right, we can go into the visualizer to get a different view for our high value assets and our lower value assets. Now that Data3Sixty has calculated the data value, what if we wanted to actively govern our high value assets by automating a data quality workflow once they exceed a certain value, such as we see here around 7.5. Data3Sixty can do so by activating the data quality check as the score exceeds the threshold. We can see the activated data quality results here, and they are then linked back to the data assets we originally reviewed in our business process so that business users and governance teams have insights into the results. We can see those linked here. This capability allows Data3Sixty users to take a bottom-up approach by targeting critical information around a business event, in this case a business process, automatically calculating the data value of the information, and activating data governance actions to improve the utility and usefulness of the data.